Today is the day that your vacuuming and mopping days become much more simple because we got the Yeedi vac and mop station in the house, and this thing is quite amazing. Arguably probably one of the best vacuums on the market, at least from what I've tested. I've tried the Shark, I've tried some like other cheaper brand, and this Yeedi one is really cool. However, there's one little caveat that may or may not be a deal breaker, and I'll save that for the end, and you guys can decide whether or not this thing is worth it or not. So with this vacuum, you can literally do most of your floor cleaning chores. It can do vacuuming, it can do mopping, it can do vacuuming and mopping at the same exact time. It has an app that lets you control the vacuum settings, style of cleaning, all that fun stuff with an Android or Apple device. You can download it in the App Store. And one of my personal favorite things about this vac station combo is that it actually has a station. So what that means is when it's done vacuuming, it goes to its little station and there's a bag there where it empties all of the waste. And this thing is rated to last you roughly for 30 days. So that's really nice. It automatically charges, automatically starts. It's a really good deal. Most vacuums that don't have a station, you're probably going to be cleaning this thing out like a few times a week, depending on how frequently you have the vacuum cleaning the house, as well as how large the space is that you're cleaning. Now, before we go any further with talking about this vacuum, I just want to note that this vacuum isn't exactly the cheapest one on the market, nor is it the highest. But it does cost roughly $500, and I do have the cheapest price I could find linked down in the description below, which will save you about 130 bucks. So if you're interested, definitely use my link down in the description below. So let's get into it. How does this thing actually clean? Is it good? Does it suck? Pun intended. It cleans pretty good overall on its first run. There might be like little particles of waste here and there, but then after it does like the cycle the next day, it's pretty much gone. And something really cool about this vacuum is that if it rides over like a carpeted area, it can detect that with its sensors, and it's gonna go in like overdrive mode, and the vacuum gets louder, and which basically means that there's more suction going through because carpets are typically harder to clean than something like hardwood floor or tile. So now let's talk about the mopping feature, which is very new to vacuums like this to me. I personally always owned like just the vacuum part, but this one has the mop built in, which is really cool. And the mopping, it's fairly simple the way it works. Basically, it holds 1 cup of water on the back of the vacuum, which has this like detachable container, and you just fill it up in the sink or whatever. And then that should last you like 2 runs maybe, depending on how much square footage you're covering. Sure, you'll do a better job by hand, but this thing can definitely get a lot of that like surface level dirtiness done, but nothing like super intense. My suggestion on actual usage with this mop vacuum is probably mop once a week, depending on how messy your lifestyle is. And then vacuuming, I mean, I just turn it on every day because I think it's kind of cool that there's a vacuum running around all the time. So a little bit on the battery life, this thing can clean for up to 3 hours, and it takes 6 hours to recharge from 0 to full. So if you have like a large house where this vacuum needs to clean, then that 3 hours is really going to be put to good use, and you may or may not use all 3 hours. However, if you have a fairly average sized home or a smaller home, then this thing can easily, you know, get your whole house and then have battery left over. And in the end, it doesn't really matter too much since it automatically goes back to charging. So now the cons. Probably the thing that may be a deal breaker for some of you. So the biggest con with this vacuum station is that the app doesn't work too well, or at least on Android it doesn't. I tried connecting it. It always disconnects after the first try. I don't know what the issue is. I think they just need to do a software update where it like stays connected to my phone. So after like trying to use it, I just decided not to use it and just press the button every morning or whenever, once a day, and just have the vacuum clean like that. But aside from the app not really working that well, this vacuum station is really high quality. The presentation is so good. The wheels feel so good. The base of the body, it just feels like it's such a high quality product. It is a little heavier, and I think that's why it also feels high quality. The plastics have a nice finish. It's just a nice kit overall in terms of the hardware. So definitely recommend this thing if you're looking for something that like looks and feels nice. I mean, it's got that white aesthetic look, and when it's cleaning the floors, it just looks so cool. And again, if you want the best price on this vacuum, I do have a $130 discount code linked down in the description below, so be sure to click that link and you'll get the best price on this vacuum. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to hit the like button and leave your comments down below. See you in the next one.